have been a pig for my entire life. You might be thinking, oh, the king of meat animals, that's the chicken. The chicken. Little skinny chickens. Little finger-licking chickens. No. The pig is the king of meat animals. You see this? It's all bacon right here. Bacon. All here. And the rest is like pork chops and pork rinds and sausages. Breakfast sausages.
Welcome back. Safety first. We gotta put some earplugs in for this. These are high quality, available in any bathroom.
But the pig is not a clean animal. Oh, I want to eat a cow because the cow eats grass. Oh, grass is so much nicer than eating rotten oatmeal and whatever else. Cows. You can barely eat them unless you stuff them full of corn for like 5 months. Cows are disgusting.
Are you kidding me right now? Literally, I'm made out of steak.
Oh, you guys want some?
The industrialization of the food supply via science reached a peak with the creation of soy milk. The intricate apparati required to milk a bean of that size led to massive innovation.
This corner's gonna be our gate right here, and I'll show you how that works. Super simple. So the gate works like this. These little carabiner clips. Pull this over. Clip one near the bottom. A little tight there. One near the bottom and one somewhere in the middle so they can't push themselves out in between. I suppose you could do one at the top too, but this keeps them from getting out, but it allows us to get in without having it, semi-permanently zip tied. If we need to get in and out, change the water, move their shelter around or any of that kind of stuff, we've got our little clips. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw the corn into the new space where they can see it. And I'm gonna cut this here and release it so they go from this enclosure to the next enclosure. You could do this with just 4 panels, but having all these panels makes it so much easier. We don't have to, wrestle pigs or anything. Hopefully.
How did that try to get through?
Come here. All right, so now all we gotta do is take the old enclosure down. And I mean, I could leave it if I wanted to, but I don't want to because we're gonna do something cool with this space right here now that they've completely cleaned it up. This is actually all taking place inside of my food forest. In the open gaps, I am running these pigs through for a few weeks at a time. They're bush hogging.
Science is now moving beyond the backyard, the small scale, to a massively centralized system in which we grow all of our nutrients in hermetically sealed vats made from, say, cells taken from the knees of a cricket or the eye of a toad in the rainforest, which would be extinct except for the infinite cell lines we create through science. Compared to what can be produced on a backyard scale, scientific pulping methods, processing, genetic modification, chemical alchemy, if you will, is vastly superior.
The intelligence of a pig cannot be overrated. Pigs are smarter than dogs. Pigs are smarter than dolphins. Smarter than insurance salesmen. I can't. There's one thing that just bugs me, though. I can't figure out how to get out of a pen made out of panels and T-posts. But other than that, I have a very scientific mind.
If you don't have a T-post puller, I highly recommend them. They make your life so much easier, especially if you have hard ground. It's a little expensive, but they're worth it. All you do is you take this notch right here, hook it into your T-post, and now you have crazy leverage. If I tried to pull it out by hand, I have to fight it. And you see how it ratchets down, pulls it up again. Trying to yank a T-post by hand is no fun.
If we could find a way to harvest pig organs and turn them into small plants, which could then be grown in window boxes on high-rises, yielding Braunschweiger, that would be the utopia for which we all long.
I have here a few potatoes. Some of these are seed potatoes from last year's garden. Some of them are recent seed potatoes that we never got to use because we had a few too extra. There's a few nuts and some other seeds and stuff in here, but it's mostly potatoes. It just happened to be one of those catch-all boxes where we threw stuff. That's a piece of Chinese yam. So what we're gonna do is stick these in the ground where it's been bush hogged. Now we get to the fun part. It's not taking care of the animals. It's not building a pen. Those are all parts of the process. But the fun part for a gardener is doing this part. This is a seed mix. And so this area now is going to get randomly and wildly and incredibly planted. Now what I'm doing is I'm putting down a thin layer of half rotten wood chips. If I had straw that I knew didn't have any contaminants or anything in it, I would use that. I could use some grass clippings, but the idea is to put a little extra organic matter and a little bit of cover over the seeds. I raked them around, but this is just a little more good stuff to hold the water in until they decide they're ready to sprout. And they should just sprout through this. Note that I'm not putting it really deep. We're just kind of threading it over the surface.
These great leaps in science don't necessarily happen overnight. We're still building towards a society of perfect, vat-grown foods. And along the way, we've had to make some certain adjustments. As for the raising of something like a pig, to do so on the backyard scale is not only bad, it is unscientific. The best manner of raising pigs is in optimized sizing, where the pigs work as blocks inside of a vast matrix, fitting perfectly into little tiny pockets, little pods, where they can be fed on the waste products of other agriculture and grown without the need for soil or grass or sunshine, grown to fit that pod, and then be immediately processed into scientifically derived foods such as salami and pork rinds.
Now, if you wanted to, you could have a regular vegetable garden going here. You know, where we forked it all up really nicely and put some rows in it or something like that. You could use pigs to clear yourself a garden. But this area all around here is my food forest, and I like kind of a flowing, natural look. Even having this be square is kind of annoying, but you know, we have to suffer through these little things. It's important to just water it in really well. You got a little bit of cover on top as you germinate. If you've ever seen them putting in grass by the side of the road, when those men go out and do all that construction work on the roadsides and then they throw down some rolls of hay or something, it just provides a little bit of cover, a little bit of organic matter, a little bit of shade to get the germination going. And of course, when this all germinates and looks cool, we'll do another video and show you what it looks like. One last thing I wanted to say. I know somebody's gonna freak out. Oh my goodness, he's barefoot. He's barefoot in the pig pen. Well, I'm gonna wash my feet really well afterwards. I am a professional. I have an immune system, I'm not worried about it. Plus I know exactly where they were leaving all of their droppings, and it was over there. I tried not to walk over there. This is just one of these ideas we're experimenting with right now. If you want to follow along and see what we're doing on the homestead, you know, like, subscribe, stick around. And we do a lot of composting and we do a lot of experiments. Pigs aren't my normal thing, gardening is, but I figure if I can integrate the two of them, I've got a vegetable supply and a meat supply. And it makes sense to me. The more we can get food off of our homestead, the more self-sufficient we are, the less we're relying on big corporations that do not love us.
All of my body is made of tasty meat. Even my feet can be put in a jar. My destiny is to be cut into pieces and devoured because I am delicious. And I have no regrets as to my destiny, for in the meantime I can eat and eat and eat, and I will live on forever as a processed meat product inside someone's body. That's immortality. Forever.
Thanks for watching. Catch you all next time. If you want to learn about composting in a whole bunch of different ways, check out my book, Compost Everything, The Good Guide to Extreme Composting. And until next time, may your thumbs always be green.
If I could put the entire world inside of my mouth, I would put the entire world inside of my mouth. call me a pig if you will. It's what I want. It's what I want.
Go ahead.